of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Oh, killing in the name of, killing in the name of. And now you do what they told ya. 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 Those who die are justified for wearing the badge of the chosen race. You justify those that die by wearing the badge of the chosen race. Those who die are justified for wearing the badge of the chosen race.
I hate setting that song off. I love it.
I know. I didn't want you to stop it. I'm like over here jamming.
Oh, hi, Jeremy.
What's up?
Oh, we're trying something a little new. You and I wear several hats as
That is true.
and the Youngstown Pizza Reviewers and the MLO Bros and Youngstown Studio always work together. So this weekend, for those of you joining us, we have 19 people watching. Thanks for tuning in. We have a new ghost hunt we're going to this weekend. For those of you who don't know, Jeremy and I and Joe and Ron and who else are on it? Brian and
Gracie sometimes.
Gracie and the interns that Joe brings all the time from Youngstown Studio. Always we go ghost hunting all over. It goes good, and I think it's a good mix. This weekend, it's going to just be three of us. I think it's going to be me, you, and Ron.
Okay.
And we are heading to a insane place. We've been to some crazy places, right? Is that
Yeah,
fair?
this might be the first town we've been to, though, right?
Like we've been to the Reformatory, which was in Mansfield. We've been. Ron and I went. We didn't stream it. We went to Hillview Manor in Newcastle, which we were sending pictures, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Manicor. Where was the place that you were drunk at? Is that the Salem place?
Oh yeah, where we were drinking Miller Lights. Yeah.
At the courtyard.
Courtyard. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And yeah. So tonight we're going to have on Josh and Debbie from Yellow Dog Village to get a background of where we're going.
I'm just curious, how the heck did you find this place? Did they find you? Did you find them?
Well, let's bring them on. We'll talk about it. It's kind of funny.
All right.
Kind of funny. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
What's up?
What's up? Thanks for hopping on here.
Yep.
Well, thanks for letting us know that we're going to be on camera. I was about to be.
Did
I
you
was
do your
about to
hair?
go conference, you know.
Did you do your hair?
I did a little bit. You can't really see it that well.
Debbie, were you like freaking out? Were you like throwing makeup on and stuff, or what were you doing?
I did cover up a
Little
few
bit.
like summer things that are happening. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then we were like a second late because we're trying to find the best lighting in this.
Yeah.
I don't want to flip this camera around and show you what we were trying to do.
Right,
The good news for you two is you got two of the ugliest podcast people on the planet hosting this, so the bar's been set pretty low.
I don't know. I like the beard. Like the beard going on is great. So
Yeah.
I think you're the winner in the contest if there was one.
And I like the goatee going on as well.
Yeah. You guys win.
Yeah, I like the fish tank in the background there, Jeremy.
You like that?
That's
Thank you.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
hey,
nice. I'm in my spare bedroom.
That's
That's
my
why
new
it's
fish
scary.
tank.
So all right. Well, let's get a little background of what the heck we are getting into. And well, first off, where the heck are we going, guys, on Saturday? Go ahead, tell like the name of the place. Where are we going?
Yeah. So you're coming to Yellow Dog Village. It's an abandoned mining village built in the early 1900s.
An abandoned. I should have grabbed pictures. I can grab some pictures. An abandoned
Mining village.
How in the world do you two become involved in this? So, what will give us the story on this?
Yeah. Do you want to go with it?
Sure.
All right.
I'm Debbie and I are really big into urban exploration and checking out abandoned places. and that was just one of the places that showed up on my radar. And I thought it was abandoned when I went down to it. Turns out that the owner was still there, and I walked up to him and startled them. So that was the first real official
You
scare.
just go to the town and walk up into the town like some random guy going into an abandoned town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because with abandoned places, that's what people do.
Yeah,
You think they're
obviously.
Yeah.
And I approached him. I went up behind him, and because I figured he was the owner, I wanted to make myself known.
Yeah.
And we just started talking, and thought, why not open this place up? And I got Debbie involved, and we both went down there, and we take care of all the social media. We take care of the guest services.
The events.
So you guys don't own it.
Right.
We don't own it. No, we work with the
You're-
owners. So we go ahead. Sorry.
Is that a sheep in that picture?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
part of the story.
Okay. Sorry. But continue about that. We'll get to that. Sorry.
Sure,
That kind of
sure.
threw me off on a
So my
question.
part of the story, just adding on to what Josh said, is we love to go to abandoned places. We think they're fascinating. And he heard about this. He was excited. He told me he met the owner. So the owner welcomed him back, and we decided to go check it out. And when we went back, the owner's wife was there as well. So they invited us for tea, and they were telling us, we have all these people like trespassing on our land, and we don't understand. And
Right.
that's because not everybody understands the allure of urban exploration or abandoned places. And also the owners are from Pittsburgh, but they're originally from the Middle East. And so, 100-year-old buildings here, so what? Like in the middle, in Egypt, where one of the owners is from, there's buildings that are thousands of years old. that are
Right.
still inhabited. So then we talked like, we could make this place open so people could safely walk on. Which might help with the restoration of the village and understanding the history of the village. And that's how we started helping out with our love and passion for abandoned places. And the funny story about the animals is the owners purchased the property because they were looking for a place to retire on a farm. But it's difficult to find farmland that's cultivated and ready for a reasonable price. So somehow they happened upon this village, this abandoned mining village, and said, "Hey, we're gonna do some more farming here, renovate one of these houses into a place to live." And that's what they're working on first. And then they're eventually going to restore some of the buildings as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it just happened chance. Like we just love abandoned places, and we met the owners, and now we're event coordinators, social media marketers for Yellow Dog.
Oh yeah. It just
Yeah.
kind of happened.
Yeah.
It was
That's
almost like
crazy.
it was almost like the spirits of Yellow Dog
Yeah.
wanted us to be a part of this.
Yeah. And we're actually from the Youngstown area too, so I think that's where our love of abandoned
Do you
places
know?
comes from.
Do you know Stephanie Volpini Hahn?
Stephanie, we went to grad school
Hey.
together. Hey,
She's our dude. She's our buddy.
Stephanie's
She's-
the best. Yes.
She is.
Girl.
She's like so I have a podcast called the MLO Bros with my brother, and Stephanie is like our mean older sister. That's what we call her. She's like our she's not really mean, but she's just our
No, she keeps
crazy high strung older sister. She plays on our
Stephanie-
softball team.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Stephanie and I went to grad school together at YSU, so she's definitely
That's
a homer. She's
awesome.
great.
So all right, Jeremy, you got any questions? I feel like I talk all the time.
Like, I guess the main question is what do we get to explore?
What are we
Like,
getting?
what do we have access to, I guess?
So when you come on the property, if you come to one of our open houses or one of our other events, you actually have access to all the buildings and property of Yellow Dog. That's 22 buildings.
22 buildings?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of them is not accessible because it has no floor. That's the chapel. So that's
That's the one we're sending you into, Jeremy.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yep. And then there is one home that's being used by a nonprofit that helps feral cats. And it's actually run by former Yellow Dog residents. So there's one other building that's not there. And that's a cool story too, because since we've been having the open houses, we've had some former residents come through. And if you follow our social media, you can read their stories about what it was like to grow up in this remote community with so many families. A lot of the houses are duplexes too. So it wasn't just like one family per 22 building or one of the 22 buildings. It was sometimes there were multi-families. There was a boarding house for single men. You're going to have access to everything there.
Dude, we don't have enough people, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'll get some people.
I mean, if you're seriously investigating the entire village. We'll let you know where the hotspots are. I've interviewed a lot of the former residents there.
Yeah.
And one of the questions that I asked, off record from the former residents, because we're just doing interviews for, their stories about Yellow Dog and the history.
Because we loved it. We love to hear what Yellow Dog was, because we see it as it is. But we love to hear what it was like.
There was my final question off the record has always been, do you know of any ghost stories about the village?
Yeah.
So I've learned of a couple of hot spots there that the first investigation went into, and they got a lot of activity.
Yeah.
A lot.
And of course, saying that, like, we don't know what is and isn't happening. And, when we post videos that other people have taken, people are like, I live there and I didn't see anything. But we've had people come back. Like, we had some girls who lived there probably before the village closed in the early 2000s. And they absolutely said things happened in their house, which is the boarding house. It became a single family home. And they would see things. They would, in their kitchen upstairs, things would move around or make noises.
Have you two experienced anything?
I was there for the first investigation. There's a group called Paracurious that showed up and did their investigation. I was there for the first half of that. And I call myself ghost gnostic. Like,
Same.
if I'm there to experience it, I'm totally all for it. But I'm kind of on the fence whether or not it actually exists.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I think we have similar views to that, don't we, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like you've at least had a couple things happen to you. I just haven't had anything happen to me yet.
So like, and like my whole thing is, it's like, okay, something happens. There has to be. I just totally lost power. There.
Yeah.
Like the way I look at it, it's like something happens. I totally think I just locked my screen out. Oh, there we go. So something happens. I immediately look for a
Rational
reason
answer.
why, like a logical explanation. And like some ghost hunters or paranormal whatever, they're always like, that's got to be a ghost. We are, none of us are like that. We try and break it down and figure out what it is. And the way we approach it is, it's like, okay, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. What in God's name is it?
Yeah.
Like we talk about this a lot. We were in an old school building. Jeremy was there, and he was at the end of a hallway. We were doing like a game where you walk down this long, scary hallway by yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Camera, we have these streaming cameras. Camera goes dead. I yell, guys, the camera went dead. So, of course, nobody online saw it. Locker, an old locker about 10 feet from me, slams in the dark with no lights because my power all went dead.
Wow.
Jeremy, Jeremy, how fast was I running?
Like a track star. It was the funniest thing you've ever seen.
280-pound, 40-year-old man running through a hallway in the dark.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And we've also picked up like somebody saying hello one time. Jeremy's daughter's, we think, a leg got grabbed. Like that was scary.
She's gotten some stuff. I've been in the room when something happened to her and her reaction was authentic.
But again, it's like, how do you explain that stuff? So that's kind of what we look for, is the stuff you can't explain.
Yeah.
So we're going to have access to 21 buildings, you said.
20 to 21. Yeah, depending on the cat ladies or the cat people, excuse me. Yeah.
Is there animals in these houses? Are we going to be hearing like noises that we think are animals?
There are chickens. They do sometimes go into other houses. You can see everybody loves the chickens. That's like one of the highlights of Yellow Dog.
I'm going to get attacked by a chicken.
The thing about the chickens is they love people.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you arrive, they love new people.
Yeah.
Because they think you have food.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they will follow you around for a bit, and then they'll just become.
Yeah. There's if you look on our social media, there's a video of them following me.
Oh yeah.
There are sheep on the property. They won't be nearby, but these houses are exposed and open, so we can't say whether or not there will be animals. Yeah. There was like a dead baby raccoon one time in one of the houses. So.
Yeah. So we got to watch for. That's what I was thinking too. Just checking out these houses. I mean, that's what we got to really watch for, because like noises and stuff like that could be animal scurrying.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Or just the wind coming through, because some of the houses have holes in the roofs.
Right.
The front back doors are open.
Every single house has broken windows.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but again, we can figure that out as we go. I mean, we've been in some freaking so
Yeah.
awesome. And then are you guys open for everybody doing ghost hunts now, or how's that work?
We are open for private tours. Our private ghost hunting tours are $100 per person, and it's
better
pretty
get
much
some cash
as long
out.
as we can okay it with the owners there.
Yeah.
Then you're free to come down and spend the night.
But we do have open house paranormal nights where
Oh,
people can
great.
come in case they don't have groups. We just had one last weekend,
Yeah, it was
and we're
last
gonna have
Friday.
some more in the fall.
With
And then
22 houses, that's a great, and it's open. That's great. I mean, they're
22
that's a
houses,
great idea.
including, and I want to say too, every house has 2 regular living floors as well as an attic and a basement. And then again, some of those houses are duplexes. So sometimes Josh and I have been to every single house. We think we've been to every corner of every house. We love the village, but sometimes a visitor will take a picture and we have no idea where the
Yeah.
item came from or where they were because things just appear. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and people
Excuse
will
me.
find things that we've never seen.
Yeah.
Or they'll find a little corner that we've never really looked at before.
Yeah.
So we're constantly still even now we've been in this for going on a year,
Yeah.
and we're still finding things.
It's
that
lovely.
we haven't seen.
We might, if this goes good on Saturday, we might have to talk because I've had so many people ask us to go with us ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah,
would
we
be
can
great.
definitely talk. Yeah.
Um,
And the village
and
has
maybe we
been-
could have a big group come or something like that.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. Just you have our DM, so glad to
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. Let's see how Saturday. Now, are you guys going to be there Saturday?
We will. I don't know how late. I don't know. We'll be there late into the night with you.
We're
But we'll be
pretty
there.
old. So, Jeremy, what? We're normally 1 or 2 now.
Midnight, 1 o'clock. Yeah, at the latest.
We'll be
We're
there.
looking at each other like, well,
We'll be there for at least most of the time, and we'd love to use some of your gear. Last weekend, we tested out some downloadable gear on our phones, and like we might have seen something, but it
Yeah.
could have just been the structures and stuff. But we did have some like intelligent responses. But you know, we're kind of new to this world as well of
You
exploring.
know,
We've
it's
done
an
some stuff.
insane.
You mentioned that
It's an insane world.
Olivia.
You ever want to have some fun? Go on a public investigation at like Hillview in
We did.
Newcastle.
Oh yeah, we've done
That was our first one, and we actually had some things happen that could have been some activity, but again, who knows? So
Yeah, but I just love the people when you're waiting, and they like some people have like backpacks with like ghost
Yeah.
hunting gear, and I'm just like, man, this is yeah. There's a
We
reason why we're called
rented- we rented the
Subpar.
EMF. We
EMF
rented
detector.
the EMF detectors,
Yeah.
and then we also had
the spirit box.
the spirit box, and
Ooh,
it
that's a
actually
good
did have very intelligent responses to what we were saying. Especially there was that one corner room in the basement where supposedly there are 2 small girls and a woman who speaks Italian.
Yeah,
So I was speaking Italian to the woman, and we were getting the lights just flickering in a very timely response.
it's
to what I was
crazy,
saying.
right? When
So,
you have that, we have 2 ghost pods. They're or REM pods. They're the pods. I think they had them on the one thing I was watching at the. We have 2 of those. We have EMF. Yeah, but we'd love to have you guys come if you want to hang out a little bit before you go.
please, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've never used any professional gear, so I'd love
But
to.
we are, ma'am.
watch
We
watch
are-
that word professional.
We are. There is a reason why we're called the Youngstown subpar a normal ghost.
I
hunter.
love
We're not
it.
just
Oh, I
saying
got you.
That's so
great.
realistic, though, of
Yeah.
you. Not trying to make yourselves up. Yeah,
that.
and
No.
it'll be cool. We've had a Youngstown photography group has come out to Yellow Dog for photography. Sorry, my dad's just calling me. Let me decline that. Okay. So we'd love to have some more Youngstown people out because we
Yeah.
understand abandoned buildings in Youngstown. So
Oh, exactly. We've done a couple in Youngstown too. So, well, I'm really excited. So we're gonna for those of you watching at home, and watching tomorrow, I'm sure we're gonna have people watching tomorrow. We're gonna go live at 9. I think we'll get there like 7:30 and start setting up. How's the Wi-Fi there? Any
Now,
idea?
the Wi-Fi, it's not normally something that we share with most of the guests.
Yeah.
Okay,
But because of the nature of your investigation, we're going to go ahead and
that would
allow
be
that.
fantastic.
Yeah. But we
Um,
can guarantee it goes all throughout the village because it is.
Yeah.
Guilty
Is
of
there
very-
cell phone signal up there?
Sometimes.
that's
we-
iffy.
We tell
52?
visitors, if something happens, just
Oh, yeah.
please yell really loud, and we'll come.
We're so used to having shitty stuff happen to us on the
Exactly.
with our sound, with our cell phone.
It's a very, very rural area. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for, no cell signal.
Yeah, download your
Okay.
map before you come because sometimes people lose their map.
Okay. Is
No
there houses around with people living? Like, is it?
Yeah.
How
Oh, yeah.
rural is-
There's not a ton. There's actually a camp located next to the village too, but it's deep in the woods, so you don't see it. There's a man who converted a church into like a home or a storage facility. There's some houses on top of the hill. It's not surrounded by houses though. It's quite isolated. If you look at the satellite view, you'll see
I
there's
saw
not
that.
much around. Or if you,
Is
you
there
actually-
woods? Is there woods or something there too?
Oh yeah, it's all around woods, surrounded by woods.
Oh yeah,
Somebody- two
it's
two-
east of the village. Is
two or three people messaged me, and it was weird. They said they lived there,
Okay.
and they said to go into the woods and walk around the woods and try and do a paranormal investigate the woods, because they said they lived there. And
I
they
know
said
what
they
you're
would
talking
see lights, they would hear things, they would hear voices.
That back on the woods behind the big house, do you
about.
think?
There is from one of the former residents there. They said that there was like a Native American like sacrificial rock, or that
Oh.
was
God.
Yeah, that was
That's all you, Luke. I don't mess
yeah,
with
and I
that.
think there's an old
I don't
cabin.
mess with that shit.
There's like an old cabin back there too. We personally have not seen them yet, but I think when the trees clear out in the fall, maybe we'll go on it.
There's
go
an
back
old
there.
cabin.
Old cabin? Oh, now I'm
Yeah,
intrigued.
because one of the owners actually, I don't know. She probably won't be there. She might be there when you guys are there. But if
Okay.
Lauren's there, she can tell you everything about the village. She's one of the cat organizers.
Okay.
But she had so much fun living there, and she
Right.
told us a lot about it.
Jeremy, it looks like we got our first person. We got our first person. Well, look, Ron, our other ghost hunter, who got a,
Not
looks like
happening.
you just volunteered to go to the haunted wood, the haunted barrel
Yeah.
ground.
He
That's
can.
it.
Yeah.
Ron's probably too young to see Pet Cemetery. He's probably never seen it, but there's. I don't
Oh,
know.
right.
I will
Well,
say
dude,
that
there's been Poltergeist and Indian Burial Ground. Wasn't that
Yeah,
Poltergeist?
yeah.
The house
Every
burglary?
Yeah.
horrifying movie ever it always involves Indian burial grounds.
Absolutely.
So,
well, yeah, just
all right.
don't go past the large, brush. What was it, like the big pile of brush in the woods?
With the
Exactly.
upside down cross on it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that one.
Don't go
Yeah.
past that
Yeah.
one,
Just watch out for that.
and you should be fine.
But one of the buildings was used as a multi-denominational church. That's one you
Yeah.
can't enter. But I always wonder about that because it basically would they would change it for whatever type of service they needed to have.
Okay.
It's a plain building. So I always wonder if there's something going on in there as well. But unfortunately, you can only look at it from the outside.
And I will say that none of the activity there has been aggressive or negative.
No.
Everything that the first activity that I saw when there was the paranormal investigation there, they just asked, "Would you like us to rebuild?" And they had like what was it? A REM pod. They had like 2 EMF detectors.
Yeah.
They had one of those flashlights that turn off on its own. Everything, and I'm telling you, everything in that room lit up.
And everything
Really?
was on
At the
set
same
as
time.
well.
Oh yeah.
There were some negative words, I think, in the one house, the second house, when they believed they were communicating with the male. But we'll leave you to discover if.
Yeah. Don't tee us off too much. We want to just point us in the right direction, and we'll
Absolutely,
see how it
we'll
comes
be there with you because it's going to be very interesting.
We have had through our experiences, and Jeremy will back this up. You can sense, and it's a weird thing, and I'm not psychic by any means of the imagination. You can sometimes feel the negativity of whatever's going on in a room.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Do you agree with that, Jeremy?
Yeah, I'll just walk in and I'll say I don't like this room. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't like it.
The Youngstown Manticore, which is it's an older building in Youngstown we were in, and Joe, who's not going to be there, but we were investigating separately, and I went into this room, and I'm like, it was like heavy. Does that make sense? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
felt like
No,
something was like pressing down, right? And then Joe goes in after. We didn't talk, we didn't say anything. He got like physically sick while he was in there, and then we go to find out that the people who lived in this apartment above this bar had a like abusive relationship from somebody that was like 80 years old, and they were like the caretakers, and they had an abusive relationship, and it was the wife was like abusive to the husband.
Oh,
And
Oh,
like
wow.
we heard, Jared, that was when you heard you said you guys heard like heels going by, remember?
Yes, the heels. I remember that.
wow.
So
Yep.
it was really, really strange.
I think the only place I felt negative maybe is the basement of the boarding house.
Yeah.
But that also could be that it's quite closed in and you don't have like an escape when you're on one
Yeah.
side of it. And
Yeah.
then upstairs, sometimes in the boarding house, especially in that one corner, it's just a little like, I don't want to stay in this room too long. But not
Yeah.
that it happened to me. But you'll feel it when you're there, and we'll see.
check it out. We'll
we
check
won't
it out.
tell you. We won't tell you any more details. That
Yeah,
way.
don't give. Yeah, just point us in the direction. I mean, we'll take some hints of where to go. Obviously, because what is cool is let us know what buildings have had activity. Don't tell us what's happened, and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
we'll see if we can match it, or if something happened.
Yeah.
Because we've had that happen before too, where
That
we
would
said,
be
"Oh my
really
god,
cool.
this happened," and then they're like, we were with another ghost hunting team, and they're like, "Dude, was it by this room?" And we're like, "Yeah." They're like, and they had the same exact stuff happen. So totally weird.
Okay,
So-
I'm so excited to
Yeah.
have you guys
We're gonna
there.
have fun. I am warning you though. We're like we said, we're not exactly the most professional people. I could run if something happens. I might run and leave you, like totally abandon you. I'm just telling
Oh,
you,
wow.
Jeremy. Jeremy,
You'll be
might-
running, just run to
I've
the
been
end
known
of
to.
the burial grounds,
Yeah.
and you'll be fine.
Well, no. I wouldn't say. I mean, you can run, but I don't know where you're gonna go.
exactly.
True.
Just a note too for you and anybody else coming, like the houses are in a decayed state, so people have stolen like grates and stuff. So don't run without your flashlight. Like
Yeah,
make sure
fair
you know
enough.
where you're stepping
It
first.
And, like, are these buildings all stable pretty much? Like I'm a big
They're
guy,
all
Jeremy's a
stable.
big guy. We're not
They're
gonna fall through the floor.
But there are some like we call them spongy
But-
floors where we don't know.
Yeah.
So we just ask, we'll show you, but like we have a certain step that we take when we walk into buildings, and there are some stairs, outdoor stairs that we walk along the beams.
Okay.
We
We just try to walk on the cross.
I'm just gonna
We'll
say
be there
Jeremy and I aren't the smallest people. That's all
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
No.
Same. No. Yeah.
Josh has it all tested out for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I've it's time tested and weight tested
All right.
for bigger dudes.
And
Okay,
we both
Jeremy,
been on those
In
boards.
the questionable areas, Jeremy, we have to walk like 2 feet away from each other. 4 feet
Yes,
away.
exactly. Yeah.
You should be fine. It's
Jesus.
surprising because they don't look structurally sound, but you'll be
Yeah.
quite surprised when you walk in, when you walk around.
How old are these houses? Are they all original? Do you guys
Yeah,
know?
they're all original. We don't have a specific date, but the Historical Society told us early 1900s.
Wow.
So we're still trying to find more information. Some of it's just gotten lost over the years, but we're working with nonprofit organizations in the community to help us find out.
What's the long-term plan for this place?
So right now the owners are fixing one of the houses. We call it the modern house. It's a mid-century house. It's unlike the other houses. They're
Okay.
going to fix that to be their home, retirement
Okay.
home. Currently, they're living between a camper and we call it the big house, and you'll be able to see that. And then they're going to renovate some of the homes, and for maybe short-term rental, museum. You've talked about as well.
Yeah,
So-
they're planning on taking a lot of the relics from around the village and placing them in one of the central houses, one of the nicer ones,
Yeah.
and kind of turning it into a replica house, model home.
Love it.
Because the previous owner was actually a retired history professor, and his whole plan for the village was to turn it into a living history museum.
Yeah.
So he owned the village for, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12 years before he handed it over. It was just too big of a task.
The expense and I couldn't imagine trying to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they
the time.
realistically, they probably won't be able to save every home because of the expense. So
Yeah.
that's why we're trying to make sure people can enjoy the houses now before they decay to a state where you
Wow.
can't enjoy them.
But I
Right.
mean, outside of that, it's really what we have to offer is a raw, abandoned experience. You know, during the days when
Yeah.
you're coming out here not for a paranormal tour, for those people that are just curious about urban exploration
You
or
can check it out.
come check it out
And-
without the risk of being charged with trespassing.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
it is, just to let everybody know, like if you come without the owner's permission or through us, it is trespassing. It is private property. So please talk to us before you try to attempt. And we do have an open house from 12 to 4. So if
There
anybody
you go.
wants to check out the village before you guys go on your
No,
night,
there you go. Is that this Saturday?
It's
Yes.
this Saturday from 12 to 4. It's $30 a person, and you have full access
Sweet.
to all 22 buildings and the property. Little background from us when you get there. So just please be responsible with what shoes you wear and clothing you wear, and no one under a certain age. Was it
I think 10.
10? No one under 10, just for safety concerns.
Be cool if you're watching right now. From the 20 people watching, go to the tour and then go home and watch us ghost hunt. That
Yeah.
Because then you could place everything. And if you if you come to the tour and let us know you're going to be watching this, just let us know. We'll be in vests, green safety vests, so you can find us easily. But
Okay.
we'll let you know where we're going to point you toward, and so they can definitely. You might.
Ron is the younger member, one of the younger members of the group,
Okay.
and he's like so gung ho about everything. He look at him.
He'll stay till 5. He'll
He's
stay
like-
till 5 a.m. if we.
He
if
will
we would.
too. He will too. Look,
Oh,
can
I
I bring
love
your
it.
sleeping bag?
I mean, you
We
can.
can. We'll see if the ghost.
We don't have
Yeah.
a time when you're gonna kick us out, right?
No.
Ron,
No.
bring your tent. No, you gotta stay in a house, Ron. Dude, drive separate and stay in a house. We'll just stream you sleeping all night.
Yeah, you don't need a tent. I mean,
You don't
unless
need
you
a tent.
want
We got
to
houses.
set it up inside of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stay in one of the houses.
We want to put Ron in the most active house we can overnight.
Okay.
Ron, drive separate. You can do that's a great idea. Jeremy, you
there's,
and I are out of there at 1.
Yeah,
One
exactly.
thing to note, Ron, if you're going to spend the night, there's not safe drinking water. That's why the village closed. So make sure you bring your own drinking water for the night.
Oh, there's not safe drinking water.
No, there is
Right.
water in one of the houses,
Uh-huh.
but the village closed because of E. coli
Ooh.
contamination.
Ooh, that's okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You
So
stream
as
our
much
covers
as
each other
you
with-
might want to,
Yeah.
as much as you might want to, if you see any puddles on the ground or anything, don't
Don't lap them up
Don't
like
like-
that.
like slap it up. Yeah, exactly. So thirsty.
Don't be tempted.
All right.
Yeah.
We normally on our Ghost Hunt survive not on water, but on Monster Energy drinks. So we'll
Yes.
be ready to
Oh,
go.
there you go.
What do you drink, Jeremy? C4s.
C4s, yes.
So, all right. Well, we are very, very excited. I have another podcast coming up on the
Yeah,
Envelope
go.
Bros. We will see you guys all. Like I said, we'll be there at like 7:30. For those of you watching at home, watching later, you'll be able to watch us on any of our channels. Youngstown Sub Paranormal Investigators, the Envelope Bros, Youngstown Pizza Reviews. We're gonna probably. I mean, if there's only 3 of us, well, you guys are going to help for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
For
But
sure.
we'll probably set up, if you're watching, we'll set up 2 separate streams. We're going to have one, we'll tag them in the top of our page because we have 2 ghost cameras that we use, like night vision cameras, and they stream directly to Facebook. So you'll be able to watch 2 separate groups on two different speeds, basically.
Okay.
So, Ron Rogers' page. Sorry, Ron. He's so excited.
He's there. He's on you guys.
Jerry, he's so excited. He's
He is,
so
too.
excited.
Oh, I want to give a disclaimer that I've never done this before. So like
You never
we did
ghosted it?
we did the heel view thing, but I've never done it at
this
night,
is-
so
this-
I
yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen or what noises I'm gonna make, but we'll see.
Yeah, and we have power too. We'll be able to plug in all our stuff.
You have power. 2 of the buildings have power.
Okay.
That's it.
Maybe we'll make one like our
Bring some
basement.
battery packs. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll
Bring
make
battery
one
packs
of
for
those.
sure. Yeah, and then you can use we can have an outlet for you somewhere. I think there's the porch on the big house maybe or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, should we bring some chairs too for a base camp?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. There's
Alright.
chairs around or places to sit, but if you want to be more comfortable, that's fine. There are chairs. There are chairs on the path right
Okay.
now.
I'll bring a table. I'll bring a chair. We'll get it set up.
Bring
We like
some
to have like
vegetables.
a
Yeah.
base camp house. You know what I mean? Where we can
That's perfect.
when
Yeah,
we
and
get
if you want to bring some chicken like scraps and stuff.
And some bear spray.
bear
Oh,
spray,
Jesus.
mountain lion. I'll fight a bear, Jeremy.
But
Jeremy, I'm gonna be like,
vegetable.
Jeremy, run, and then I'm just
And then chip me.
I'm gonna just to save you, Jeremy. I'm gonna run.
Oh,
the bear.
Jesus.
So, all right.
Is there any pizza spots out that way?
What's that?
Negative.
Is there any pizza spots out that way? We always get pizza.
Yeah, we need
I mean,
pizza.
there might be on the way.
Yeah,
I would
for
be
sure.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't, but we just
Okay.
haven't really looked.
We don't know if they delivered a yellow dog. Like,
Oh, that's a good
Jeremy,
question.
can you?
That's a good
Jeremy,
I'll
can I do your
research.
job?
okay,
That's
Yeah,
your
I'll
job.
research.
You're the pizza guy.
I'm
I'll
curious.
research.
That would be fun.
We'll bring some pizza into one of the buildings while we're investigating, see if they go.
I love it. This could be a thing.
Yep. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you so much. Josh, we look forward to seeing you guys Saturday. Jeremy, you ready, buddy? 22 buildings.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
We're
That's gonna
excited.
be a
Yeah, we're
long
excited to
night.
have you.
So, all right. Well, we'll see you guys then. Good luck. Or good luck. I guess good luck when we send Ron into the Indian burial ground. Look at him. He's
Good.
so Jeremy. He's so excited.
I mean,
Yes.
I'll go with them. You know, I don't mind. I'm
Alright.
just
I'm not
gung
scared
ho.
of anything.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Are you not not scared of anything?
He's
No,
really
no,
not scared of
no.
anything. No.
Will you sit in a building by yourself and ask questions?
Yeah.
All right.
He will.
There we go. We'll do some isolations with him too. I like this. This is good.
If the question is, can somebody please come back soon?
Like
Can
a
somebody
live
please come
Yeah.
back? Please? Can somebody come get me?
yeah. And then
See,
the girl
like-
says no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When everybody's all tough until you do an isolation for 10 minutes by yourself in a
Yeah.
creepy building or a creepy
He has
basement.
seen me. We've done some urban exploration, and she's
Yeah.
seen me. I'll just go off, and
Oh,
she'll be.
And then
busy.
he just disappears, and
Yeah.
I'm like, we're
I'll
just
just-
in an abandoned building somewhere, and I'm alone. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks, Josh.
that kind of stuff doesn't matter to me.
We're gonna figure out. We'll figure out. We do some different stuff. So we will do isolation sessions. We have a spirit box where we wear headphones and we talk. We'll show you guys.
Oh,
show you
great.
guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have 2 ghost pods. We'll mess with those. I just got a new thing I bought. I'm insane with this stuff. I have thousands and thousands of dollars that responds to heat, temperature changes, EMF, and like touching it. And you can ask it yes or no questions. It'll answer yes or no. It'll do words like letters. It'll type out letters too. So we'll have to see. I've never used it, so we'll see how it goes. But we're gonna try that bad boy out too.
Well, that would be
Sweet.
great to have me like in a house by myself because they might recognize me.
Well, you're there all the time.
True. They
Exactly.
do it all the time. Yeah, that's very true.
Exactly. And we'll bring you with us and be like, this is a guy that's working. What do you think? You know what I mean? We'll
Yeah.
mess with it.
Yeah.
And it's good. And it's good to have a girl too with us because sometimes ghosts
Yes.
react more to girls than they do guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes we act more to guys than girls. Like we think we know they've messed with Jeremy's daughter way more, and we swear it's because she's a girl.
Okay.
Yep.
Swear.
I
see
do
what
think
happens.
so.
We
I
have.
think-
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, we've been to places and other people are like, "Why are you pinching me?" And like they've been, I'm like,
Yes.
"Nothing's happening." So
Yeah. We've also had with me, I've had it happen like 2 times where we were in a school and Jeremy wasn't there for this one. I swear something like we were in a school, an old school, something like brushed my leg because I was kind of talking. I was like, I have kids. I like, come over here and touch me. Damn thing, something freaking rubbed up against my leg. I jumped through the
fascinating.
ceiling. So, and again,
That's-
could have been a bug. I immediately was
sure.
like, it's probably a bug. It was, but again, it's like,
yeah,
it's so weird. So
I'm crossing
Yeah,
my
he is.
fingers that one of us gets pinched.
yes. Well, we can ask him. I mean,
Yes.
ask him.
Josh is
Can
gonna
you
do some
please-
squats
can
so
you
his
please
butt is
pinch?
ready to
You
be
know,
pinched.
My twerking abilities are subpar, but
Jeremy,
I'll
we're
do
gonna
my
see you twerking.
I love the
Jesus.
video of him twerking
Yes.
and eating pizza.
It
This is a
wouldn't-
thing. It's a new thing.
I would absolutely do that.
Yeah,
100%.
there you go. All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys. We will talk to you guys later, and we'll see you Saturday.
All right,
All
thanks,
right,
guys.
thank you.
Bye,
I'll
young
see you
guys.
again.
Bye.
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 It's podcast time. Hey, Jeremy. Ben's here.
What's up?
Say hi, Ben.
Hi.
What's
You
up?
want to go ghost hunting? You do. You don't want to go ghost hunting. You can't even.
He'll be scared.
He doesn't even sleep with those lights off.
Well, his buddy is a buddy of mine. His little girl wants to go ghost hunting so bad. Oh, Aaron, you met him. He's the one that showed up drunk
Yeah.
with that Australian guy at the Manicore house.
Yeah.
His little girl wants to go so bad, but I don't know if she's
Dude.
10 or not.
You weren't there when I brought my 2 boys, the older ones. The one made it 10 minutes and had mom come pick him up, and Cameron was at base camp and wouldn't leave. Was like holding on to Joe's
Yeah.
hand the entire time. So it's just bad parenting. So, all right, buddy. Well, you want to look up the pizza? I'm super excited, man.
Yep, I'll find something.
Let's go. Let's go ghost
All right.
hunting. All right, we'll see everybody Saturday. Jeremy, I gotta go hop on my show with my dad.
Later.
See you, buddy. Say bye. Say bye. Come over here. No, come over here and say bye. They can't see you. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, let's